Hello everyone, and welcome to the Manifesting Manual, where we discuss easy, effective methods you'll want to commit to. Today, I have a success story to share with you. It's a very beautiful success story, very interesting, because it is centered around manifesting while being in a lower vibrational state, such as anxiety, depression, sadness, and despair. Now, if you're anything like me, this is a topic that you've been interested in, but unfortunately, you were unable to find quality content on it. Until recently, I've been noticing that there is a flurry of articles and content that is all discussing this topic. Can you manifest while being in a lower vibrational state? And it would appear that the answer is a resounding yes. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get right into your success story. Anxiety, sadness, and pain will not stop you from manifesting. Firstly, things to know about me. I've never had a belief system or faith in my entire life outside of science. I've been to church maybe 5 times in my entire life, and up until my late teens, early 20s, I was completely ignorant to any and every form of worship or religious ideology. I also severely lacked any form of spirituality up until last year. I found Neville Goddard after my girlfriend had broken things off with me. When I mean broke things off with me, I mean out of the blue stopped messaging me. Like she disappeared off the face of the planet. She deleted all of her socials and all of the friends that we kept mutual. I was completely destroyed by it. But instead of letting myself be crushed, I had this gut feeling that something wasn't over and I had the power to do something. Now, coming from no form of belief or religion, I had no one to pray to initially, no form of higher power to ask for answers except blindly begging the universe for something, and then I came to Reddit. I started by posting in another sub, basically just to vent and ask for guidance, as I had no one to turn to, and some amazing person suggested I look into Neville Goddard. I was intrigued, to say the least, and I started to read. At first, I was skeptical considering my past, but after listening to a lecture of Neville Goddard, in essence just saying, "Try it, what have you got to lose?" I gave it a go. I read post after post, Googled like a madman, and I bought Joseph Murphy's book on recommendation. I consumed it all and I was hooked. I practiced SATs at night, daydreamed constantly, tried a mental diet and inner speech as well, as commanded by my mind. But one thing I struggled with was the feeling. No matter how hard I tried, all I could get was a half a second of spark of something that felt like maybe joy or comfort, I'm not sure. Thinking I was doing something wrong, I started to Google again and watch all these videos, but all that did was made me feel worse. They all made me feel like I wasn't living from the end, that I hadn't got my wish fulfilled, and that I was some kind of failure. Anyways, as you can imagine, that led me to panic, to stress, and to feel cold and numb. Another thing you need to know about me is I am a stubborn mule. When I set my mind to something, you'd need an army to stop me from achieving what I want. So despite all of this, every single day I continued. I repeated my I am statements. I affirmed when it felt right, and I'd do the work and revise my days, but again, hardly feeling anything. Now, I do suffer from migraines, epilepsy, and depression, so I often don't feel like I'm right in my head and I can't think straight, etc. So perhaps that could have been what caused it. But after feeling super down about myself and constantly doubting myself, I returned back to the board and I did some research. I read some articles, one in particular that said that I don't have to panic because the work is already done, and that's when it hit me like a brick. There is no such thing as lack or fear or worry or doubt. Think about that for a second. Let that resonate with you. During every lecture, every paper, every video and book we have all read, it constantly talks about living with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The feeling of how it would feel when your desire is met, the feeling of happiness or excitement or good vibes, yet they also say the work is done and it is inevitable that your desire is already here. This, in my mind, is a contradiction. How can the work be done and the desire be here if you constantly need to shift into a state where you feel it is? And that's when I realized it just doesn't matter. You can feel whatever you want to feel. Happiness, sadness, anger, frustration, whatever, because the work is done. That's the beautiful, stunning realization. It's that any feeling you feel right now is what you feel in the end, because you're always there. You have always been there. From the moment you desire to manifest, you've been in the end. Like Neville Goddard and Joseph say, whatever you impress on your subconscious will come to be. So if you believe you have to be in a certain state to manifest, then you always will have to be. But if you accept in your mind that it doesn't matter, that it's all always okay, then you can manifest anything you want, anytime, for eternity, because you just removed your only limitations, the feeling. Now, with that out of the way, I think you know where this is going. Hours, and I mean hours, after I hit this understanding, my SP called me out of the blue. She spoke to me, apologized, and told me almost word for word everything I had affirmed in my inner voice. I want you, whoever is hearing this, to know that this is your sign to let go. Your permission to doubt, worry, stress, agonize as much as your brain can, because it has no effect, no impact, as you are already in your end. If you worry and you doubt and you realize your manifestation will come to pass regardless, then you no longer worry and doubt. If, however, you continue to worry and doubt despite knowing this fact, it doesn't matter. It'll still come to pass. Then you can look back with hindsight and realize that you didn't have to worry anyways. So feel what you want. It's fine. Hello everyone, Chelsea here, and I am eager to find out, how did you like this success story? I personally found it to be very intriguing and weirdly uplifting. I think this is a topic that is necessary for so many people who might be suffering from depression or some sort of mental illness, or they might just be in a general point in their life where they're just sad and they're not feeling their happiest self. Yet they want to manifest, they want to fix that. It's been so long since I have been told by anybody that it is okay to feel what I want to feel, that if I'm having a negative day, it's fine, it's not going to affect my manifestation. And when I read this story, it really comforted me. And if it comforted you, I'm forever grateful. But I am eager to hear your thoughts on this. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. And if you liked this video, please let me know. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more content just like this one. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Toodles.